So today we're going to make some jollof, and this is my simple jollof that anyone can make. So I've got 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. If you know me, we always use coconut oil in this house. So we're going to go fast because the pot is hot. As you can see here, you see it's hot already. So we're putting and this is a different jollof, trust me. And you can try it at home because it's so simple but so delicious. So delicious. You don't have to go through the worries of blending and doing all that. No. Recently I have tried to do this I think about 3 times now, and I love it. There is a time that I would blend all my things, add my celery, add everything. That's different. This is also different. You can try it at home, and it's going to be very simple and yummy. Okay, so one thing I haven't done whilst the onions brown, I'm going to get my rosemary. I love rosemary when it comes to jollof. I ain't going anywhere. So, got my rosemary. And you know what? I'm going to use only rosemary because I really want to make it very simple for anyone to try it. Anyone. If I say anyone, you don't have to be Ghanaian to try the jollof. So that's what I mean. I mean, anyone. And I made, you know what? I made some yesterday. It was so nice. And I said, oh my goodness, let me make another one. A big batch. So I can freeze some because I know this week I'm going to be very, very busy. So, yeah, that's the truth. I made some yesterday. Today I'm making some. And yeah, we just love jollof in this house, especially on Fridays, because you know Fridays I'm kind of busy, maybe doing my daughter's hair or doing other stuff. So if we have jollof in the fridge or in the freezer, we just pick it up, defrost it in the fridge. Then on Friday, we're going to mix it up, and my husband does so well when it comes to that. He would mix it up with all the good stuff, egg, fry. I mean, he does it some way, and it becomes brand new jollof. I think we have to get him on here one day. So just leave the onions. Normally when I'm doing it this way, the onions aren't too much. When I'm doing it the other way, where I blend stuff, the onion is a lot. I mean, my jollof, the traditional one, I would say, that I make, the onions are a lot of onions. I mean, it's almost full when it comes to blending the onions. It's almost full. Then I add my celery, then I add and I'm going to do that one day for you guys to see. Now I've fallen in love with this style, which is so simple, because I'm in the middle of doing my hair. I'm twisting my hair, so you can imagine. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you guys, and then we'll be adding the stuff that we need to add, because I'm going to cut this passata. You know me, you know your girl, I love passata. And then this, I get it from Costco. So tomato paste. I have another one, a spare one here, which I got from Lidl. So I'm going to use the 2 and some passata. And this is our meat. When it comes to this house, we love mackerels and sardines. But when it comes to jollof, I use mackerels a lot. There's this sardine in Costco that I use for jollof as well. So nice. But I hardly get some these days, so I use the mackerels, and 3 will do. Yeah. So I'm back, and what do I have here? I have my garlic, which I'm going to tell you a history of this chopping board. I think it's been with us for more than 10, 12, 13 years. We haven't thrown it away with that. I just love it. It's so cute. It wasn't like this. It was a bit long, but then I can still use it. Okay, so with the tomato paste, so the tomato paste, what you can do is, I mean, let's say you're using about 3 or 4, whatever. If anytime I've got some remaining, what I do is I just take it, put it in a small Ziploc bag and just put it in the freezer. And next time when I'm maybe making soup or another jollof or sauce or whatever, then I'll just take it and put it in whatever I'm cooking. And it's a great way to at least not to throw some away or put it in the fridge when you don't need it now, because it will just get spoiled in the fridge. That's one thing. So let me know in the comment to see how you also go about it. You know what I'm doing at the moment? What I'm trying to do is so that the tomato wouldn't start popping. So the heat is very, very low, very low. And one thing I like with this pot is, I mean, when the heat is low, immediately you lower it, it starts working. Within a few seconds, it just goes low. So I love it. I do most of my jollof, soup, and everything in this. So I've intentionally done it this way because I know that it will start popping. So I want to mix it up. Remember, this is a very simple jollof. This is my pepper. You know I love pepper. Forgive me. Oh, my kids, I know. Sometimes they're eating and they go like, oh, this is too hot. This is too hot. Then I go like, oh, pepper is good for you. It's good for you. Eat it. It's good. And that's my rosemary. Just a little. And the tomato I can see is very, very small. But then let me add my next tomato paste. Then see how it goes. Okay. Maybe I can get a surplus one from the fridge. Yeah, ta-da! So you see, got it from the fridge. I'll add a little bit of water so I can get everything. I don't need too much water when it comes to the jollof. You see what I did? Created a mess. Okay, so the heat is going to go up very soon, but I want to mix it because I don't want tomatoes splashing all around to give me work to do. No way. No way, Jose. Okay, so then, I mean, everything goes in there. And this is my cube, which is free of glutamate, I would say. Yeah, it's glutamate, sodium glutamate. So wash my hands, and then sea salt hasn't come in yet. Every time I try to use my cube first, then a little bit of salt will do. When I'm doing the traditional jollof, this is what happens. It's not this small. It's about here. Then I pour some. Yeah, and just leave it into, I put it in the freezer for some time. I mean, anytime we need jollof, then I take the sauce and add rice to it, especially when the kids want to eat jollof at lunchtime. my middle son, he doesn't really like food, but he loves his jollof, he loves his fufu. I mean, he loves those traditional foods. So I try as much as possible, and he loves chicken pie and whatever pie that I make for him. Fish pie, chicken pie, turkey pie. Yeah. So you see, this is it. Then I leave it to simmer for some time. I don't really time it. So when I come and I feel like, oh, it's done, then I put the rice in. So yeah, what we're going to do is just cover it a bit and put the cover on. So you see, this is it. Cover it a bit because I want the air to come out. Sometimes I can do this so that I get the liquid content of it as well, so the liquid wouldn't evaporate. I am back. So you see where we are. Okay, so this is 7 cups. I always measure my rice, even if I'm doing plain rice, I measure it. So I normally do with jollof, because of this pot, this type of pot that we have, I don't put water in there. If I would do, then I put just a little bit. So let's see what I mean. So 7 cups of rice, and what I'm doing is I'm going to gauge to see, because this sauce is too much. Got lots of sauce going on here, so 7 is going to work, and maybe even more. So I mix it up. I need to taste it to see. It's not bad. This is the reason why I like muti tomatoes, because muti just gives you this nice tasting tomatoes that I don't know which tomatoes gives you that. Okay, so when you mix it, some people will say you don't have to mix it too much. Oh my dear, I need to mix it up so the sauce goes everywhere. So I would say this will be good, because my kids really love rice, jollof rice, which is soft. Unfortunately, I don't. So we have to go meet halfway. We have to meet halfway. So you see, you have to check. So this is 8 cups of rice. What I know is this jollof is going to be soft, and I don't want it to lose the sauce. So what I'm going to do is add a bit, say half, and then not hot water, but see, just a little bit of water. Oh, it's a bit hot. Oh, did I say not hot water? As in not hot water, I meant. Yes, so half cup of water. I need to cover this white part. So, yep, I'm done here. So I'm going to lower the heat, and I know it's going to come out very nice. Just lowering the heat. This is going to be a bit soft and more saucy, as in you get the sauce coming in. Yesterday's one that I did, okay, was a bit dry, I must confess. So this is going to be soft, a bit soft, like how the kids love it. We can't always eat soft rice. We need to meet halfway. So just bringing up the heat a little bit, cover it, And this can take about, say, 30 to 45 minutes. Let me clean this part. And yeah, so see you soon.